I'm Richard Mize, real estate editor for the Oklahoman and NewsOK.com, talking today with Troy and Denise Schroder of Keller Williams Elite, and we just want to kind of talk about the housing market right now, or through May and up to the present. Just kind of characterize what's going on out there, if you would.
Well, right now we have 1,000 less homes on the market than this time last year. Our market center in particular is very laser focused on listings, so that's what we've been focused on. And even though as a whole the listings are down, our market center's up 82%. However, I really don't feel like that the buyers are behaving as if it is a seller's market.
You said buyers behaving badly. What do you mean?
Well, we're seeing right now that buyers are backing out of deals for little to nothing, kind of throwing fits, if you will. In negotiations even, they're not making strong offers, even when there's multiple offer situations. So it kind of perplexes me a little bit, because I either feel like maybe they're not being guided correctly, or they're just not being, they're not having the full understanding that we are in a seller's market number-wise.
Do you think that is at the beginning of maybe a tipping point back toward not to a buyer's market, but away from the characterization of it being a seller's market? I mean, who knows, but something's got to give. I mean, these numbers are so tiny. The inventory is so tiny right now for us. 3.61 months of supply out there right now. That's tiny.
It is.
And so I think some of the assumptions that we usually have may not work here, just because sometimes math does that to you, right? It throws assumptions out of kilter. I don't know, but that occurs to me.
It does seem like in the way that we're watching the negotiations, go down, it seems like we are shifting from that a little bit.
3.61 months of supply. That really is amazing.
That is amazing.
That means based on the average number of sales per month right now for the past 12 months. If no more houses came on the market right now, it would take 3.61 months to absorb those homes, for people to buy those homes up. And that's the least it's been since I've been here, and I've been here since 1999. So that's really an incredible number. Now,
and the houses should be selling within a week if they're priced correctly, and they're under, say, 250, 200, depending on the area. They should be selling extremely fast if they're priced right.
A lot of them are, because the median days on market is 25 right now, and that's a great number.
It is.
Another great number is the median price, and it's up for May of this year compared to last.
What was it last year, 170-ish?
Well, in May of 2014, 154.
154.
This is the median price, not the average. And last May, the median price was 160, so that's up 3.3%.
Right.
So all the numbers look pretty good. There are some hiccups here and there, like with your buyers behaving badly. But actually, when I talked to a few people this morning for this, everybody's talking about the weather. And I think that when the first thing that comes to mind in the housing market is the weather, that's a pretty decent housing market, I think.
We were still showing houses. We were looking at prospectively jumping fences to get in shelters. The buyers were still out. I don't like rain and humidity, but we were out every day. In May, it seemed like every day we were showing houses getting soaking wet. I wrapped my head in a Walmart sack and my laptop just to get out of a home, and we had the sirens going off. So the buyers, if they're motivated, they were going out anyway.
Really? And that's a rough month. Troy, jump in here.
Well, like Denise said, we still had 30 people at an open house during the heavy rains a couple Sundays ago. So I don't really think the weather's affected it. If it's a nice home, it's priced right, it's going to move.
And it's not quite summer, is it?
June 21st, wasn't that the
so
first day of summer?
it's imminent. So looking ahead through the rest of the year, what are your feelings for what to expect?
I feel things are picking up. Like just in the last 5 days, we have a lot of negotiations and offers coming in on houses that were kind of sitting a little bit idle and didn't have a whole lot of activity. Things are picking up. I feel like people have a sense of urgency for transition when school starts, and we're getting into that timeline where if we're going to do 30, 45-day close before the kids start back to school, we need to get in the house.
I think there's a little bit of concern about interest rates rising too. They've been too good for too long, and I don't think that's going to last.
Right, and there's a shock factor for young people who haven't experienced anything but month after quarter after quarter after quarter of historically low rates. My own home loan in '99, I paid 9%, and it just boggles my children's minds when I say that. And that was nothing, because that was coming off of double digits. At any rate,
and we're finding the buyers are going to be able to afford less. So if we're working with buyers that are on the fence, it's like your payment is you're going to be maybe looking at a $170,000 house versus $190 because you want your payment to be at a certain point so you can be comfortable. So the interest rates really do affect it, and they have hiked a little bit. We're keeping a close eye on it, and we're letting the buyers know this will affect you. We've kind of been spoiled for too long.
Absolutely.
So. Well,
we're in pretty good shape. There's still parts of the country that are not in great shape for housing. We have walked through this narrow band of not so great, not so bad for years, and it just continues on, it seems like.
Right.
Thank you, Troy and Denise, for being here. I'm Richard Mize, real estate editor with the Oklahoman and NewsOK.com.